Welcome back to the People's Guy. Don't forget to press the thumbs up and subscribe. How you doing, guys? Right, so I measured my arms last week. Wasn't impressed at all. Um, I'm thinking of what the problem is. The problem is that I'm not sleeping very well at the moment. So the old saying is, you don't build muscle in the gym, you build muscle when you're sleeping. That's the time the body goes into a state of autophagy and starts to repair all the damage you got done during the gym workout. Now, I had some banging training sessions last week. Sweating my bollocks off. I was very strong, powerful, pushing through it. Music playing in the background. Some really great training sessions. Complete waste of time because after that, I was still awake at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was only getting 5 hours sleep. I think one morning, one day, I only got 4 hours sleep. Now you must get between 7 and 12 hours sleep at night when you're lifting weights or trying to build muscle. That is imperative. That's one of the most important things. You must sleep as much as possible because that's the time when you start building muscle. With me, all those training sessions I told you about earlier, I sort of complete waste of time. Knocking my bollocks out, sweating, good pumping, didn't get to sleep. That training session, I might as well not have done it. Complete waste of time. So, um, the lesson here is to be had. Sleep is very important. So this is why I'm not growing as much as I should be, because my arms should be bigger than what they should be is now. Okay, another quick one, guys. I want to talk about uh, one of the most important things for a guy and girl, your stomach. You must have a nice flat stomach. That is so important for the look of a guy. Um, with me, I've still got a bit of a beer belly on me. I'm still trying to get my fat down. I'm back on the treadmill. I'm working away at it, but I sort of like now I've been having a drink at the weekend, and it's sort of like been piling the fat back on me. So I'm battling against that as well. This I've always tell you guys the truth. I'm not going to stand here and go, oh yeah, everything's great. You know, I'm having a great time. Oh, the world's great. We're not on the point of mutual nuclear destruction. Everything's fine. Ain't gonna happen with me, bro. So I'm working on that. You always want to have a flat stomach, regardless whether you've got muscle in you. I've seen skinny guys walking around with their t-shirt on and they've got a nice flat stomach and they look pretty fucking good. So I don't sort of think that is not posing. It's good for you. Flat your stomach, the less visceral fat you got around the internal organs, that's poisoning your organs. So, just jump another quick one here. So after about a year or so training, you should be doing your body parts now twice a week. I was talking to a guy the other day. I went, well, hi, how you doing, bro? He goes, yeah. He's not making any change in his appearance. He's getting more fatter and he's getting more ill. And he's not willing to do the work to reduce the fat down. I'm not slagging him off. We all have a hard time sort of trying to sort of get there. It's just some people will take longer, some people will get there, some people won't get there. So it's not a foregone conclusion that he might not get there. He may well do. Anyway, he trains once a week. I said to him, bro, you can't train once a week. You have to be at least training 3 times a week, minimum 3 times a week. He goes, no, I go once a week and I do all my body parts in one session. And I had to bite my tongue because obviously not everybody is educated on how to build lean, dense muscle and how to burn visceral fat. So I just said, yeah, okay then, mate, yeah, all right then, yeah. And he was talking about something else. I think he was talking about cars or something. He's getting some new wheels for his cars or something like that. But you have to. Sometimes you can't. You have to let people take their own course, and then they'll wake up one day and go, shit. I wish I'd done this at the time I've done it, but I've sort of left it not left it too late, because it's never too late to start training. You know what I'm saying? So that's that, I'm afraid, guys. I've got a few more things I'd like to talk about, but I don't think I'm going to have the time to do it. It's a Monday. I'm bored. I'm going to go and get some work done. And I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Just remember, don't sit directly in the sunlight. Always remember there's not much ozone layer up there left. So always remember that, guys. And you guys keep cracking it out. Try and keep off the alcohol. Oh, don't think I've... So the alcohol is... So let me talk about the alcohol. So alcohol is like, it's really bad for you. I mean, I'm not going to be slagging. I'm just as bad as everybody else. Right, so you train during the week. You're having fantastic training sessions. Your diet's bang on. You're cutting, you're burning, you're building muscle. You're cutting down your visceral fat. You're looking good. You know what I mean? Back straight, chin up. You know, you're looking good. Then the weekend comes and that all goes out the window. Now let me tell you something, guys. Now, a bottle of vodka, you have to do 10 miles on the treadmill to burn that bottle of vodka off. A bottle of cans of beer, 4 or 5 cans of beer, whatever, that's another 15 miles on the treadmill you have to burn that off. So altogether, that's where we're at, 45 miles. Then say if you had another, I don't know, say you had a bottle of cider. And this is just what normal people drink. This is not even really going too mad. So we have a bottle of cider, and that's another 10 miles. So all in all, by the time you're fueled, alcohol, weekend eating shit, by the time it comes to Monday, you owe the treadmill at least 80, sorry, you owe the treadmill at least 80 miles. You see what I'm saying? So you're not actually burning the fat, but because every weekend you're compounding the more alcohol you're having, biscuits, crisp, chocolate, pasta, curry, Jamaica, all that Jamaican food, Swahili food, African, Chinese, Japanese, sweet, any food you go to a restaurant, all that stuff is gonna mess with your diet. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very difficult when you got people ringing you up and going, yeah, you're coming out for a drink, you're coming out to do this, you're coming out to do that, you're coming out to do that. But always remember, you're always going to be behind on the treadmill. So your weekend out, and this is alcohol I'm talking about, this is like a normal person's consumption of alcohol over the weekend. That's probably quite low for normal people. But yeah, bottle of wine, same thing, 10 miles on the treadmill. So by the time, you know, you're Friday, you're having a good time for the weekend, by the time you hit Monday, you're already 80 miles, you already owe the treadmill 80 miles. You're not going to get that back. So this is why people sort of stay how they are. It's quite hard for them to lose the fat because they're not eating correctly. So you need to sort of bring that down, and it's very difficult because sometimes I do fall off the wagon, I do have a drink, and by Monday I probably owe the treadmill 40 miles. But I can get up in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and smash, do 2 hours. I could do 2 hours a day on the treadmill. With me, so it's slightly a little bit easier, but I'm still in the same boat as everybody else. I'm still falling behind. So don't know what to say with that one, guys, but I think, like, if you're serious about your health, you need to sort of like get your family on board, get your mates on board, say to listen guys, don't ring me up at the weekend, I'm going to be training this weekend, I want to get this done, I want to get that done, etc, 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 and we can sort of take it from there. Yeah, okay guys, so I'm just going to let you know, when you go out the weekend, you go on the pace. When it comes to Monday, you owe your treadmill at least 80 miles. Peace.